Hey nerds! It's Geeks of Cascadia. Geeks of Cascadia. Geeks of Cascadia. Exclusive tabletop game podcast for the Pacific Northwest. All levels of gamers. Analog gaming. Tabletop news. Dungeons and Dragons and magic. Stupid, mindless banter.
There will definitely be some. That's probably our best. That's our best feature.
Hey geeks, Blue Samurai here, and I'm with.
Groveculus, and
I'm still Paul.
You have the worst name.
And I'm so excited for Onopoke.
but he said it really peppy. Like,
Onopoke.
Oh, yes,
Edmonds,
Poke.
Washington.
Yes, Poke
Oh, yes.
right after this.
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
So this is going to be
Okay.
quick.
See that?
Okay.
Like
okay.
that.
Okay.
And we
Anyway,
are at around the table in Linwood, Washington.
we are.
Thank you guys so much for letting us podcast.
That was the last minute. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Tim.
you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
We have a
Love
good
you guys.
show. We have a good show for you today.
Great show.
All that content that we had from OrcaCon, and we're gonna spew it out to you.
Little by little.
Little by little.
Every couple of weeks or so.
Right. And I think the one that we're going to be doing today is Amy Gembala with Dragonflight.
Dragonflight Convention happens in August on August 16th through 18th.
So you'll get to hear the latest of what's going on in Dragonflight. I know it's many, many, many months away, but they're still planning, just like OrcaCon is still planning their thing.
There's actual dragons there in flight.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Okay.
no, there isn't.
No, there aren't.
No.
Sorry.
We also have a game review.
A game review, yes, that's right. Catch the Moon.
Mhm.
Doug and Kelly are talking about Catch the Moon. So there's ladders, and it's really cool.
That's right.
Oh, the
You
one with the
saw that
clouds.
game?
Yes,
Yeah, but
that
you-
looks so fun.
But you know what's sucky about that? Is you never really catch the moon. You never catch
That's a
the
Never
little
moon.
catch
sounds
the moon?
frustrating.
No.
Well,
Maybe
I
that's
guess
frustrating.
that'll be ridiculous. to
No,
catch
it is
the
kind
moon.
of ridiculous. But I think that's kind of false advertising.
I think so.
Yeah,
But I
agree.
guess we'll see.
Why
the
don't they
game
call
review,
it
though.
ladders to the clouds?
But I don't
Okay.
know. No, that's not catchy. But we have a
It's
lot of
catchy,
news
like the
for you
measles.
today. So, Paul, what do we got in con news?
Oh, con news. We've
Yes.
got this
Yeah.
weekend, February 9th in Linwood at the Convention Center. We've got Nerd Fair. All kinds of nerd stuff.
Fair with
Please
an
check
E
it
at
out.
the
It's only on the 9th. It's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Convention Center. Their website doesn't say how much it is, but I'm sure it can't be that expensive.
Does that mean it's like all old English and stuff when it has an E at the end?
Yes,
of the
the
name?
Nerd Fairy.
Mhm.
It's like the old
Like shop-
Curiosity
shoppy.
Shoppy.
Old
Yes, it's exactly like that.
Neat.
Everyone's
Okay.
everyone's going to be talking in Cockney accents as well.
Oh, by cracky. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Okay, you do one.
I can't because I know I can't.
Hmm.
All right. What else do we got,
Also
Paul?
in Pasco,
Yes.
February 15th through 17th, we've got RadCon.
Oh,
Dude.
that's
RadCon
right.
That's
is
so rad.
it's yes, but it's
Yeah.
not that kind of
Yes.
rad because it's in Pasco. Because they're
Yes.
really funny in Pasco.
That's right.
Because when you live next to a bunch of radiation, you get funny.
Oh, that's even funnier.
Yes,
That's great.
totally funny.
Oh, and I heard that Rebeculus will be there.
Rebecca will be at
She's
RadCon.
there on duty for
It should be
Geek
glowing.
and Cascadia.
That's
so,
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she'll be,
So,
she'll be there.
look
Didn't
for-
know that, but I'm up
um,
for it.
Yes.
Am I being super loud?
You-
You didn't.
yes.
You didn't do the voice testing.
You stop. Don't be so close to the
Usually you do
microphone.
a voice
I
testing.
did- It's Kate. This much.
Is that me?
This
Am
much.
I the big
This
purples?
much.
Which one am
Okay.
You're-
No, you're
Am I
fine.
fine? Okay.
You're, see
You
this.
just-
This is Rebeculus is blowing out the
Nice.
thing. I have to
Nice.
adjust things. So just this much. Okay. Now anyway, what's
Yes,
going
sir.
on?
Also,
Yes, sir.
and this is in Portland, we've got a Bricks Cascade, which
Oh.
is about Legos, obviously, because they have bricks on their name.
Oh, okay, that sounded like a
Um,
bunch of bricks like raining down
there's
on you, like
the-
unpleasant pain.
The Builders Convention, which you probably should have already signed up for, but maybe there's time, February 28th through the 3rd. And then regular people like you and me can go observe things at the public exposition. What a terrible
Can
word.
publicly exposed?
March 2nd and 3rd from 10 until 4. See all the brilliant giant Lego things.
Oh my gosh, I love that stuff.
Yes, me too. Also in Portland, coming up, February 22nd, 23rd, and 24th is Wizard World, which looks fantastic.
OMG.
They've got so many great guests. Jason Momoa,
Woohoo!
And I'm going to go ahead and say it, sexiest man to ever live.
Dude,
Yes.
and I'm gay.
Oh my God.
And this guy would convert me, I swear.
And don't hammer on the table.
Sorry.
Melissa
If
Benoist.
you want to send email to what she just said, hate email, please send it to Geeks of Cascadia
Hate email?
at
I don't think I'm
gmail.com.
gonna
Or if you want to
receive any
suggest that
email
no
for
one hits
that.
the table during the podcast.
Yeah, oh yes, don't hit
Yes,
the table.
that's
Yeah.
what they'll write in.
Juliet Lando, Julie Benz, Chris
Julie
McCarpenter,
Benz,
Amber
y'all.
Benson. God, I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And so Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, that's
yeah.
right. Which, by the
We
way,
got
they are doing another Ghostbusters.
Are they really?
I don't know if he's going to be in it, but
I don't
they
know.
just greenlit, so yeah.
Awesome.
Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan.
And
Is
more
it?
guests
And
coming soon, so that sounds fantastic.
Big names.
If you
Big
like waiting in
names,
line
people.
to see people.
Rebeculous, Jason Momoa.
Are you going to that one?
What?
I don't know.
You could
I
try
don't know
it.
if I'll be allowed.
No.
I don't think my wife will let me go
You
and
could
see
ask
Jason
the
Momoa.
wife. Well, yeah. Anyway.
Okay, there's awkward silence. Is that it for the...
It wasn't awkward for me. I was
That's a lot of con
That
news.
is a lot. Well, for Kickstarter news, we got Rebeculous. What do we got?
We have this catch the moon thing, right?
No,
No, not
It's
at
an
all.
actual game.
But-
You can buy at your friendly local
Wait a
game
minute,
store.
wait a minute. Does anyone have a sound effect of crickets?
No.
Can we play that now?
No,
We
but
could find that maybe.
luckily...
Let's say we pause for a second.
Okay.
Wasn't that great?
Oh, that was great. Yes, that was great. Okay, anyway. Wait, am I putting that in there?
You're putting that in
Oh,
there. Just like when
you-
you do this.
Oh, wow.
I
Wow,
was like,
that's
I'm going
neat.
to put crickets right here.
Okay,
in my
all right.
hand.
Well, hey, there is a Kickstarter. In fact, Shake Up Your Tabletop with Aftershock, the new collaborative design game from Bobby West and Alan R. Moore. If you don't know what that is Ticket to Ride in... What?
Moon, not more.
It is Moon. Sorry, Alan Moon. I was thinking more. I don't know why,
That's
but
what
it
I'm
was. But anyway, check it out on your Kickstarter. Also, from Osprey Games, Embers of Memory.
That sounds so deep.
Yeah, I guess a storybook game, a Throne of Glass game. I've never heard of that. Kind of a play on words, Game of Thrones, Throne of Glass. No, it's totally different. but
They both use throne.
that is that. That is the only thing I think that is.
Stop.
Stop.
Move on.
Right. Okay. I'm moving on.
Yay.
And the internets are not working for me, so
That's too bad.
it is too bad because it makes this
Embers
very,
of Memory.
very. Okay. The other thing we got is Peterson Games starts a campaign for the 4X Space Epic Hyperspace. That is on Kickstarter, so please check that out. And the game that Paul and I think
Oh.
you played this
yes.
a little bit.
I did. I
Okay.
had to go home because it was a little late
Ares
for me, but
Games is
that
to
was
publish
fun.
the second edition of Quartermaster General, so that should be very interesting.
Okay, so with the expansion, if you're playing the Axis, there's a
Yes.
lot more cards than there was without the expansion. And you need to be aggressive.
Yes.
If you don't have aggressive cards, dump your cards, get better cards. Oh my God, we got killed.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, well,
Was I on your? Oh.
you were on my
Oh,
team,
we did.
and we lost. We didn't realize we lost
We
before
lost
you left.
before I even. Yeah.
So yeah, it was
That
a
was
fun time.
fun
to
though,
play.
boy.
It's a good
Jeez.
game. It's a
Yeah,
great
it's a good
game. But if you're the Axis, be aggressive. Oh my goodness.
It's a good tip.
Did I play against you on that one?
You did,
did.
but you were
Yeah,
jumping up and
you
down
were-
interviewing people from
Oh yeah,
You're
did I
Star
stupid
win?
Wars.
allies.
Did I win?
Yeah, stupid
Okay,
allies.
good.
Yeah,
We're the
they're
good
always
guys.
stupid
You're
allies.
bad guys. Hey, from Pandasaurus Games, there's a new project on Kickstarter called
Pandasaurus.
Dead Man's Cabal.
What was that?
Pandasaurus. Pandasaurus is like a cross between a panda
Yeah,
and
no,
a
I
dinosaur.
thank you for mansplaining
You're
that to me.
welcome. You're welcome.
I'm gonna man spread here.
Oh, God. Mansplaining on the left,
Oh, my
mansplaining on the
goodness.
right.
Daniel, by designer Daniel Newman in Dead Man's Cabal, a 2 to 4 player take on the role of a lonely necromancers who want to throw a gala bash. Interesting concept.
I like the little thing there.
The
The
thing there?
graphics, the visual.
It's
It looks-
just a
it
skull
looks-
It had
with
a
a crown
skull.
on it.
That's,
That is all that it has on it.
yeah, but the crown is tipped. And
Okay.
it looks tough.
All right.
It's,
Well,
you know.
also Plan B Games is releasing Century Spice, another Century Spice
Oh,
road.
really? Oh my goodness.
Holy cow! How many can you do?
How
It's
many
called
roads are
Century
there with spices?
A New World. So I don't know.
Have you played that?
I played Century Spice Road and I loved it.
Really?
Did you play the expansion?
I played the Gollum one. I love that
Gollum.
one too. Yeah.
that-
Smeagol?
No. Like Gollum is in Stone Golem?
Okay.
Golems?
Poop Golem?
Poop.
Spider Golem?
There is no poop Golem. This is going downhill. So, why don't we go to our, are we going to do
Wait a minute,
game review, or
what
are we gonna
about
do
Well,
What about
let's jump straight into Amy Gembala, Dragonflight.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that right about. Hey geeks, Blue Samurai here, and of course I am with my two co-hosts.
Rebecca. Rebeculous?
Rebeculous,
Yes,
thank
that's
you.
right.
And still Paul.
And we are here with we should just call you a co-host, Amy, 'cause you're here
Yes,
all the
yes.
time.
This
All
is
the time.
what, the fourth time?
One of our favorite
Fourth
guests.
So yeah, this could have been your fifth time.
I know,
you
we
You
missed-
would have gotten a jacket and everything.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Amy, you are still doing Dragonflight.
I am.
Despite trying to escape.
Yes. I did try to escape. It didn't work.
Well, thank
Did
you
not
for
work.
coming here to OrcaCon. You got
Yeah.
got your table up in Community
Yep.
Row and selling tickets and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So we got you on the air because we want to know what's going on with Dragonflight, which is only 8 months away.
Oh, thanks for that. We're just kind of getting started for the year. So first convention planning meeting will be in February. I'm working on recruiting staff members to fill some spots, and we're working on revamping the website and changing up our planning system that we use and all that kind of stuff. So, just kind of doing some housekeeping right now.
All right. Well, cool. Well, we all participated in Dragonflight just this last August.
We did.
Had some good time. Though we ended up working again a little bit. We did some interviews and
Oh,
stuff.
podcasting.
Yeah,
Well,
podcasting.
yeah.
But it's kind of nice for us because we get to be more civilians then.
I get to play games at Dragonflight.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I play a little more games, not as much as I'd like to. But
Yeah. That's what happens when you end up in charge.
Well, I'm not in charge.
Well.
And I do the least of all.
Yeah, he
all
does.
of
He
them.
does the least of all.
I'm kind of like a drone in a
Yeah.
beehive.
If we need a vote, we ask for him.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's pretty much it.
Steve, we need you. Come over here.
That's right.
Since you're in charge of Dragonflight, can
Mm.
you guys do in Disneyland or what have you, do you have a big dragon or two walking around to, take pictures with big creatures?
I'm sure we probably could.
I just want to put that in the suggestion
I mean, like how they do in
box.
Disneyland, you pay a little extra for you come in a little earlier and you meet the Disney characters, but instead you meet Dragonflight characters.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. So
Yes.
let's see, the big dragon, the grumpy Luddite,
Yes.
I don't know, the emo gamer, I don't know. What
There you go.
would
There
we
you
do?
go.
We need some stereotypes.
So
We did have a photo booth 2 years ago,
So when are the dates for Dragonflight coming up?
August 16th through the 18th.
All right, and I assume you can still buy tickets. For
Oh
that,
yes,
right?
tabletop.events, and look for Dragonflight 40 on their calendar of events.
Excellent.
And you can go right in and buy tickets. They're $50 right now for the full access for it's a full 3 days now. We start gaming at 9 a.m. on Friday.
Oh wow! Yeah,
We changed that last year.
We did that this year, and it's
Yeah, it works good.
Yep, it's a little crazy, but
It
it
is
means
a
you
little
have to have everything done by Thursday night instead
Yes.
of Friday morning.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it works out.
I guess people just take Friday off to come here.
They
then.
do,
Yeah,
they do.
but wow, 40 years.
Yes,
That's fantastic.
this year's Dragonflight 40.
Is it? Wow, wow.
It is.
Special plan?
yeah.
Fireworks.
We're working on a just like an exhibit table that has some old programs and old T-shirt art. I found on eBay an original of the program cover from 1988
Wow.
that was done by Phil Folio.
Wow.
So we bought that, and that's in
Yeah.
our history stuff now. So we'll have that out. And yeah, I mean, at this point, there may be some other things, but again, we're still ramping up for the year, so we
Yeah.
haven't really gotten too far into talking about what we might be doing. But it's going to be
You got the,
interesting.
You got the T-shirt design already, or not quite?
Rob's working on it. We've already discussed what it's going to look like, and
Ooh, can you tell us?
no, I'm not going to tell you.
What?
I'm not going to tell you.
Come
You're gonna have to-
on! We're
Secrets
supposed to
from
like
us.
sister cons or something, man. We're
Okay, well,
buds,
it
we're
has to
buds.
do with the whole turn the amp up to 11.
Okay.
It's kind of that
Okay.
theme. So I'll tell you
Cool.
that.
That's good. That's
Good
good.
hint, good hint.
we're also working on the whole rebranding for Dragonflight and Metro Seattle Gamers. We have, I don't know if you guys noticed when you were at Dragonflight last year, we have a brand new logo for Dragonflight. It is the dragon curled around the plinth that has the D20 die with the flame on top. So it's kind of an homage to the Seattle Space Needle, but not quite. And Metro Seattle Gamers has a brand new logo, a brand new color scheme. So this year we will be adding non-year specific Dragonflight and Metro Seattle Gamer t-shirts and tote bags and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so that's been a big project that's been going on. I mean, it's been like 2 years in the making of trying to get that rolling. There it is right there.
I'm looking at it right now. It's really cool.
There it is,
really
yeah.
You might be able to see it right here. If you're watching the YouTube.
There you go. It's right in front of my face. Dang it.
There you go.
Oh,
There you
space.
go. Yeah, I'm super pleased with it. I think it turned out really well. And then the MSG logo has the die within the arms of the M, so it kind of echoes.
Oh, okay.
They echo each other, and they're the same color palette. So, because they are sisters, they go together, but they're separate entities.
And is there anything new programming you're thinking about doing?
You know, I haven't really gotten that far yet. We're hoping to get some more tournaments in our schedule this year, which is always a challenge for some reason. I think it's just the organizational part scares people sometimes. They're concerned about committing to running a tournament. So I'm hoping to get some stuff set up where it's very much a walk-in situation. You don't have to pre-register for it, but you can get there on site and go, you know, I really want to be in the Catan tournament, or I really want to do whatever. We'll have D&D, Adventures League again this year, Pathfinder again this year.
I know Greg will probably want to do his Car Wars tournament. He always
Yes,
does.
yes. I'm hoping to get my friend Bruce back to do his He-Man game. I don't know if you guys have seen that before.
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah, and he also has a Gaslands, which is kind of like post-apocalyptic. And they take little Hot Wheels cars and they paint them and they distress them and they add spears to them and weapons and all kinds of stuff. It's very cool.
Okay.
They have a Facebook page. You should check
I think
it
you
out.
have a boffer tournament, don't you, too? With
We
the kids?
do. I'm not sure how that's going to lay out this year.
Okay.
The gentleman that runs that is dealing with some health issues. So I'm hopeful that the boffer tourney will be back in some form. Our hope was to offer it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this year because it's hugely popular.
Right.
But that's going to kind of be one of those things. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens and see who can run it for us.
Well, it's always enjoyable coming here. It's what's great is it's like OrcaCon, just a small tabletop gaming convention. It's so hard to find
bigger.
just tabletop gaming conventions anywhere.
It's really important to me that, I mean, I know for a lot of conventions, especially for a lot of for-profit conventions, which we're not, it's always like, you know, bigger, badder, more amazing, you know, and it's not that I don't want Dragonflight to have new things and cool stuff going on, but as a group, the staff and the board of directors, we really like the small feel, the community feel of Dragonflight, and we don't want to lose that. So I mean, it's unlikely that even if our attendance grows, we're about 1,000 people last year. I'm thinking we're going to top out between 12 and 1,500. That will be the largest that we'll ever get. At that point, you kind of lose that, and we're very family oriented. We've got lots of aunts and uncles who bring nieces and nephews, and grandparents who bring grandkids, and whole families who come, moms and dads, and they stay in the hotel and they trade off watching the kids so that mom and dad can go play games. And that's super important to me. So I don't ever want to lose that.
Yeah, I know our convention's going to, and we're talking about, you know, maybe do you cap it off? Or if you do expand, the only place really you can go is the Red Lion, and maybe that's as far as you go.
Actually, the only place that you can go now that has more convention space than this hotel we're sitting in currently is the Hyatt. And the cost jumps exponentially. And then beyond that, you're looking at non-hotel options. Washington State Convention Center, Tacoma Convention Center, Linwood. So that's where it becomes a difficulty. We've had that conversation multiple times with Dragonflight as well. It's like, where would we go? What's our next step? I was really hoping that when they built the new hotel in South Point, the one in Renton, they call it South Point, that they were going to include a lot more convention space because it's right down there on the water by the landing, and it's right down by the VMAC where the Seahawks practice. No, they have less convention space than this hotel even, because I called and checked it out. And I was like, well, that's depressing.
And what we like to do, and I'm sure you guys do too, is if you're listening out there and you want to, first of all, register.
Yes.
Go on dragonflight.org and purchase your 3-day pass. They're $45 through June 10th. Well, that's this thing right
wrong.
Here. Online.
Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to my webmaster.
Oh.
That's wrong.
Oops.
It's $50.
Okay, $50.
It's right on tabletop.
$50.
I'm gonna have to send
pass
Tom an email.
For
Yikes.
for adult admission rates. And 12 years and under, you are admitted free.
Mhm.
But you're not even close. However, one thing you need to do, and I highly encourage this, is get a hotel room while you're down here. And
Yep.
it really, it creates a better con experience.
It's so much more fun.
Yeah.
I've done both.
Well, it's a huge, I think people are more and more aware of this these days, but it's a huge help to the convention as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that helps us because it means that we pay less for our convention space if we fill more of the hotel.
And we don't panic when it's getting close
Yeah.
to the con. We haven't sold out our rooms
Yeah.
yet.
We've been very fortunate the last 3 years. We have over and above filled our room commitment. So it's been very good. I mean, like last year, I think I had to have them add rooms.
Oh, well, yeah. I think we had to do that too. We've already hit 1,000 people today, I believe.
That's great.
This morning, so we think we're going to hit. Well, Barry was saying around 1,400 to 1,500. So it's getting bigger. So we're kind of like where you're at. It's like we got to think about what either capping it or expanding or something like that. But, I mean, your con is great because it's like yours is the summer con, ours is the winter con. And, so people it's funny, you go around this convention, you can see people that have been who've been to both cons.
Well, the funny thing is that last year, when you guys were here for the first time, we had Dragonflight, of course, had a table on Community Row. And I'm sitting at the table, and somebody stopped, and they're asking me questions about where things are, and I'm like, this is not my convention. I run the other one that happens
not my convention,
like
not my
this.
problem.
Right.
I know where the rooms are, but I don't know where actual things are happening.
I can never remember what happened at Orchicon or Dragonflight now.
Oh, it's all kind of blending
It's all
together.
blending,
Yeah.
Games are
Oh,
played.
yeah, I can see that in the same hotel. It would be easy to just kind of figure,
So Amy, if people want to volunteer for your convention, how they get a hold of you, or how they get a hold of Metro City Games or the
Metro
Dragonflight?
Seattle Gamers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, Metro Seattle Gamers. Sorry. Yeah.
If they were interested in volunteering for Dragonflight, we would love to have them volunteer. They can email conventiondirector@dragonflight.org, or they can email volunteers@dragonflight.org. Either of those will get them into our system and get them on our list of people to contact when we start recruiting for specific jobs. The more, the merrier.
What kind of jobs does one do if one is volunteering?
Well, Dragonflight runs an auction every year, so we always need help in the auction. So doing auction intake, help during the silent auction, and then help during the actual live auction.
Oh, is that like the person calling, like, hey, join down here?
Yeah,
Oh.
yep, and we have an auctioneer, he
That
does it
sounds
for us. He's licensed and everything through the state, he has to get all his paperwork, his ducks in a row.
Right. You hear that person? I know you're probably listening. Anyway, licensed.
Stop it.
Anyway.
Control yourself.
You ask a lot.
There's also, there's always a need for people to help run the registration desk, for people to help at the info desk, people to help in the game library. Dragonflight brings a very large game library with them, to help with the children's area, the family activities area, which has its own game library and activities that happen. And then we need people who are willing to be runners, who do backup, people who help us make sure the signs are in place, and
Okay, good.
There's a ton of setup, obviously, that happens on Thursday, and then there's, tear down on Sunday, which is always a big job too. So there's always
That's
something
awesome.
to do.
I want the option.
You get a nice cool T-shirt as a
Yeah,
volunteer
sure.
that has some dragon art on it. That's like an old Uncle Sam thing that says Dragonflight wants you to help.
Mhm.
You get that nice T-shirt, and you can earn actually a con T-shirt and lanyard and all kinds of stuff for working. And we feed you. We give you food.
Oh, wow,
There
good.
you go.
You guys are nice.
Our volunteers,
Yeah,
our
I don't think we feed-
volunteers.
I don't think we feed our volunteers.
Well, we do, because we do food
Yes.
service through the hotel. We do, we've started doing food vouchers for every
Okay.
4 hours you work, you get a $10 food voucher.
Wow.
Can that be used
Um,
towards alcoholic beverages?
I don't think
Probably
so.
No.
You guys are so much nicer than us.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have someone as dedicated to running our volunteer group as you guys have
Yeah.
with Chip.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
And I've tried to,
Not bad.
Trying to steal her.
not steal, borrow.
Borrow.
I'll give her back. That hasn't worked. So we've had to resort to some other ways to kind of motivate people. And
Yeah.
food seems to do that.
Yeah.
Food is a
So,
motivator.
it seems to work out really well. And then we do a party on Thursday for our volunteers when we're setting up. We do pizza and cake and stuff on
Cool.
Thursday. So, it's lots of fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, well, again, those of you that are interested in Dragonflight, visit dragonflight.org. Also, they do have a Facebook page,
We do.
Dragonflight, and you can just Google Dragonflight and it usually pops up.
It's usually in one of the top
It is,
3.
It is. So, Amy, thanks a lot for being on the show, the program.
You're
Do you have
welcome.
anything else to say before we sign off?
I would just say Dragonflight's great, but check out Metro Seattle Gamers as well. That's our game club
Yeah.
arm in Seattle.
We actually went down there and interviewed some of the
Yeah.
folks
Yeah.
there. So it was
It's
pretty
a little
cool.
podcast.
They're
Yeah.
down at the Nickerson Marina now, and they have a game library, and you can join, and then you can have key access to the club where your group can go and play your games, and it's a great thing.
Yeah. Sounds great. Thank you for everything you do.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
Catch you later.
Bye.
That was really cool.
One.
Thanks, Amy. That was good to meet her. Did you say one?
No, what? No. How would I do that?
That was great. I love Dragonflight. It just makes me think of D&D.
Wow, it does.
Makes me
D&D.
think of my current D&D character, who is a member of the Emerald Enclave. If you can't see
Oh.
this, you can't see my awesome attire. Yellow pants,
Mm-hmm.
yellow and green,
It's very cool.
Emerald
Oh, yeah.
Enclave
Wearing your
buck
color uniform.
with a
Very
circle
cool.
That's
around
right.
it.
It was very cool.
Anyway, it's cool. Thank
I
you
tried
for
to-
appreciating that.
So we've got, it's
Just 'cause
D&D
you're a
night.
It's
nerd
D&D
doesn't
night.
mean you can't be
It's D&D
stylish.
night. You do look stylish.
Thank you.
You do.
Thank you. I like your
Paul-
plaid shirt.
Thank you.
What enclave
Man,
is that?
It's the Plaid Enclave. We do accounting. Paul, what enclave are you? Or not enclave, what group are you with?
I am a Harper.
Oh, okay. Do you,
Harper's.
did you get a t-shirt?
I got a T-shirt. It says
Did you?
the Geeks of Cascade T-shirt.
Oh wow, where's the harp? If you could edit insert harp noises here.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, if only I had the power to make the sound.
I should have brought my harp.
So I tried to find a t-shirt for the organization I'm in, which happens to be Force Grey, but I want to go there. Kind of the Grey Hands was kind of the JV team.
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
kind
I
of
didn't
B
see
team.
those in the main alliances.
Well, I'm trying to, if I do really well and I letter, then maybe they put me in the varsity team.
Neat. First
Force
try.
Grey.
Wow.
Because we're playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which hopefully, when we complete it, we're going to do a game review.
And be rich.
And be rich how?
Be rich in the game.
Yes.
Oh, be enriched?
Enriched in the game with
Yes.
all the dragons.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and did you guys, since we all leveled up, did you level up your characters? I haven't really done that yet.
Well,
I,
what?
I,
Dude,
I know.
We have an hour.
I
we
couldn't-
have an
you
hour.
have to get poke.
I can't choose between the feet or the ability
Oh my
score.
God, you people.
I know,
Because my
right?
feats
Me
are
too.
alright, so
I too. And then
good
I gotta
guys.
think of a spell too.
See,
Do you gotta do a spell?
Paul.
Spell?
No.
And
I
Gorgio.
don't think so.
Aren't you a ranger?
Yeah,
Don't you get a spell? I think you get a spell.
I think I
I
have
think
some.
I know what we're doing for
things to
poke.
look
Is
up.
Yeah, I
leveling
think
up two
so.
characters.
So in the meantime, maybe we should hurry this up. So what do we got next on
Well,
the
first
docket?
we have to just reiterate that Dragonflight.org.
Mhm.
Dragonflight is their 40th year of Dragonflight, and it is August 16th through 18th at the Bellevue Hilton. Visit Dragonflight.org, get your room, Get your badge.
Get around.
Definitely get around.
Get around.
Definitely. And we don't mean that in a dirty way.
No, we mean that in a you
It's
need rest
just,
way.
it's just, it'll be so
If you
much
get the
easier.
executive level, that's
Oh,
pretty nice.
yes,
Especially
the
if you have
free
kids,
breakfast.
totally safe.
Coffee, free
Yes.
coffee. There's an espresso latte
Mhm.
cappuccino machine.
That's right.
Do
That's
they
right.
have like a kids room like OrcaCon had for, you know, just
I
like
don't
to
know.
go and just kind
I
of
don't know.
chill with your kids?
I don't know.
You heard the
I-
interview.
I bet Amy said
I
something
heard,
about
but I
that. and we
forget
missed it.
things. I'm not that, you know, there's only so many facts you can fit in your brain.
Well,
It's true. That is the fact.
Well, in the meantime, why don't we
6
check
for
out a
me.
game review?
6.
Shall we do that?
Let's do again, Ruth.
Catch the moon?
Catch the moon.
All
So
right.
fun.
Catching.
Let's do that right about now.
Like that. Sound.
Hey geeks, welcome to another tabletop game review. I'm Kelly, and as always, this is Doug, and today we're doing Catch the Moon.
Catch the Moon. Very nice. So Catch the Moon is a game for 2 to 6 players, 6 and up, because it's very easy. It's basically a dexterity game. And it takes about 20 minutes to play. It's originally, it was designed by Fabian Rafad and Juan Rodriguez, with artwork from Emmanuel Malin, and published by Bombix Games. I believe Bombix has some other games published through Asmodee as well. I think
Yeah.
Seasons is another one. But yeah. In Catch the Moon, we're going to try and build up these ladders as tall as we can. You've already missed the one thing that you do, and that touched the base, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so on a player's turn, they're going to roll this special die that comes with the game. It's got 3 different sides on it. It's got a 1 ladder, a 2 ladder, and a moon on it. Whenever you roll the 1 ladder on it, you have to place any random ladder that you grab from the box, and it has to touch at most 1 ladder.
At most. It can only touch 1 ladder.
So
Now
go
this-
ahead and place it so it touches 1 ladder. Very simple. Oh, you're doing that now, are you?
I'm gonna do a thing, yeah.
It's
See if I
not.
can do a thing.
It's not.
I'm gonna place it. You watch.
I am watching.
This letter hates me.
I'm keeping this section in the video, by the way.
Rude. My mom is very good at this, and I am not. There we go. It's not touching the base this time.
Not touching the base this time. Alright, so you have to place it so it doesn't touch the base cloud or the
Any
table.
other ladders.
And it has to match what you rolled on the die. So let's me roll the die.
Well, if you roll the 2-face,
If I rolled a 2-face,
you have to touch
that
up
ladder.
to 2 ladders.
And I have to touch. No. You have to touch 2 ladders.
You have to touch 2 ladders?
You have to touch
You
2
have
ladders.
to touch 2 ladders.
So I'm gonna place this. I'm gonna go for the shameful one, and just place it right like that. There is an entire list of moves in the back.
Really cool if you want to just sit here and try and do some of these. They're pretty fun. Like, this is one of my favorite ones. You grab one of these tiny ones here, and you put it through.
The rungs. Oh,
That was me dropping it. The rungs of them, so that it stays. This one's not gonna do it. That's not wide enough. This one might be wide enough. But is it stable?
ta-da!
Ta-da! So that brings us to the last die phase, which is the moon, which says you have to place the highest ladder on the table so far. Touching no more than 2 other ladders, you have to place higher than all other ladders when it's done and stable. So you can set it down like this and be like, nah, I'm tall. No, you've got it when it's all set and done. It's got to be the highest ladder left.
Since it's my turn, I'll go ahead and do this one.
Do you want to bring these together so we can get a little bit stable?
So I kind of messed it up because I knocked this off and it touched the base. Whenever someone fails to adhere to what the die says or their piece touches the base,
You made the moon cry,
I made
Doug.
the moon cry, so I get a tear.
Carrie's very insistent about that. You made the moon cry. She's so cute when she plays this game.
And that's basically the timer for the game. Whenever all 7 tiers have been given out, the
So
game
you
is
get 3.
over. No, that's kind of what Holly does, is kind of single player.
Mom plays to 3.
Yeah. So whoever gets the last tier is actually out of the running. So if you go very well until the last tier and you mess up, you are out of the running. But then basically whoever has the fewest amount of tiers wins. And if there's a tie, then it's a sudden death tiebreaker going around the table for whoever's still tied.
And then you play until you run out of ladders.
Yeah, and then you play until you run out of ladders.
Why can't I do
But I don't
these
think
things?
that is ever going to happen, is running out of ladders. Oh?
Ha!
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Sometimes I can do cool things.
This is a great game. It's a great dexterity game.
Yeah, and it's a quick little short game. It's
20
fantastic.
minutes,
You play. I don't think I've had. If I'm playing with a bunch of adults and they're really into actually just playing the game, you can.
Like when we first got it, I played with Rob and Alex
They were just
and Brett, I think.
Playing on top of each other, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they were just playing on top of each other, just going between the two. And
Ta-da!
what's really nice, oh, you used the straight ladder. What's
did
really
use the
nice
straight
is
ladder.
that for the base, we kind of set it up all willy-nilly as we went. But it has 6 different slots that you can put the start ladders in, so you can have different games each time, and they wobble back and forth. So
Yeah.
it's not always stable.
Also, there's only 3 straight ladders in here, and they're meant for the base. All of the other ladders in here are these crazy, weird shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
So, you only use 2 of the 3 starting ladders, and you can pick any holes you want to start them in.
We had this set up as a demo at OrcaCon a few weeks ago, and it was...
Or just people like trying to put ladders on top of each other.
Yeah, it was really well. I think I actually sold the copy to the couple that I demoed it for. So it's only $30, which isn't that bad. These ladders are kind of really nice.
They are. They're pretty durable. Solid
yeah.
tiers. As I totally have a case of the dropsies this morning.
I definitely buy. Would you buy? It's one of
I
those.
think this is my copy.
Is this your copy? No, I think it's
No,
the
it's my
store's
mom's
copy.
copy.
No, it's the store's copy.
It's my mom's copy.
Yeah. So we're probably going to do a few different kids games this year. This is kind of one of them. We have a few scheduled in the pipeline for our games. We've also got the Spiel games to do. I have most of them this year now.
We've got like things like the new Azul and stuff too.
We have the new Azul, so we've got a lot of things. Even though this is technically the second review of the year, we've got some new stuff coming.
We've been bad. We're sorry. We're finally getting caught up.
Yeah. If you've got any recommendations for us, send us an email at geeksofcascadia@gmail.com. Hit us up on Twitter at Geeks of Cascadia, or I think there's Instagram.
Yeah.
You can look at stuff. I don't think that one's quite regularly used as it should be. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Oh, what a great interview. Kelly and Doug. I assume it was Kelly and Doug.
Could be
just
Doug.
Kelly.
Could
Maybe
be Doug.
just
It
Kelly.
could be Doug and
Who
Kelly.
knows?
Kelly.
But I have
Doug.
played this game. This
Kelly.
game is super fun.
Yes.
It's really challenging, and it takes some manual dexterity. So
Can you just quickly say how you play it? Because I saw the ladders and the clouds and the little places
you
where you stick the ladders.
you start with a couple ladders sticking up off this platform, and then they just saw this in the view, but
Yeah.
then you have to when you roll a die, then you place a ladder.
Yeah. Trying to get it
And
to the
as
moon.
high as possible to the moon.
Is
Right.
it a collapsing
Which you never
thing?
catch. Which you never
It's a
catch.
collapsing thing, yes. Yeah, it's like don't break the ice.
Those make me tense.
Don't break the ice.
Don't break the
Isn't it a great
ice.
game? The tap, tap,
Dude.
tap.
Boom.
Yeah.
Can we just like
Can we just be
don't
old
break
people
the ice,
together
man.
and
Bam.
don't break the ice?
All right.
Those are tense though. Those are tense games.
They are.
I don't know if I
It
can
really
grab them.
ratchets up your blood pressure.
Jenga.
Have you played Don't Break
I
the
don't.
Ice?
I don't think so.
Oh my god. I might still have it. I'll look and
Okay.
see.
Girl,
All right, we'll have
you
to
need
do
to
that.
play some.
You do
But you know what we do have to play? D&D tonight.
Yes, we do.
Heck yeah.
But before we do that, we
Level
have
We
to
play
four
poke.
mofos.
We're playing some poke.
We're gonna definitely
Once
do
again,
that. And
oh
then
no,
do some
poke.
leveling up.
Evans, Washington.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
Bunny.
yes, that's right.
Oh,
Yes.
That's right. Oh no, poke!
Oh yes.
But with that, before we sign off, if you have an idea for a game review, or if you want to email us a question, email us at geeksofcascadia@gmail.com.
Or if you just want to email me as a fan. Same
Yes.
address.
Do
Right.
that.
Same address. Also, we have Facebook, which is at Geeks of Cascadia, and I think we have other socials too.
Twitter and Instagram at Geeks of Cascadia.
Do you
Yes.
guys have like my picture now on the Facebook Geeks of Cascadia?
I think we do, yeah.
I think we do, yes.
Really?
It's our
Is
official.
it flattering or
thing.
when did
It's
you
super
take
No,
flattering.
it?
absolutely not.
You look like a princess.
Hmm.
That's never happened.
With a
so
tiara
now I
and
know you're
everything.
lying.
Yeah.
A yellow dress.
Yellow dress
Yeah, that'll
with
happen.
the green thing.
All right, now I
green
know.
watch on
Right.
it.
That's right.
Fantasy.
All right, so I think that's all we got for this episode.
Should we wish them something?
We should.
Happy birthday. Oh, no. You're
No,
Happy New Year.
that's right.
Happy
So
New Year.
embrace the nerd, and I hope you make that saving throw.
Lead us, Paul.
Okay.
I will lead us.
Sorry. We're
Why do you do that?
It's a natural bodily function. There's nothing I can do about it.
Sometimes she just shoots her pants.
Are you new to Earth? Have you?
What, there's courtesy here. Why did we
No,
even
there's
mention? You don't
Where, here?
follow up on what you're supposed to Kickstarter. You just
Well, you
show up
didn't
late.
remind me. You didn't.
You're drunk half the time.
No, I was on
What is
time.
wrong with you?
I was like,
Okay, in her defense, she's only drunk half the time.
Okay,
That's-
all right, okay, fine. All right, let's get this.
thank you.
Put this at the end of the
This might be at the end of the
Might be.
podcast.
Okay, ready? You ready, Paul?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
ready.
Just
On
ready?
3. You have to be quiet. Okay, there we go. Ready? All right, ready? 3,
Jealous.